Do you want to know how to use a pendulum for spiritual answers? If so, this video is for you. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ask a Question. I'm your host, and I want to thank you all for your support, your love, your comments, and your likes. Today we're going to discuss how to use a pendulum for spiritual answers. I have an amazing pendulum that I'd like to show you. It's from my collection and it has been used for quite some time now. You can see it here. It's a silver pendulum with quartz and hematite, and it just feels really good in my hand. And the first thing you need to do when using any pendulum is cleanse it. You could put it under running water if it has a crystal, or you could put it in the sunlight or moonlight. I'm not sure what this one's made out of, but I am going to go ahead and clean it anyway because I've done it before and it is fine. So I think it's okay to do it again. I'm using Himalayan sea salt here. This will cleanse the energy, and now it's ready to use. If you don't have a pendulum, you can actually make one at home. You can hang something heavy on a string or thread and that will work too. Now it's time to ask the question. To get started, I like to hold the pendulum between my thumb and index finger, and then I rest my thumb on the top. Sometimes I hold it by the string, and sometimes I'll even wrap my fingers around the entire pendulum. It doesn't matter, whichever feels most natural. Once you have a pendulum and you have cleansed it, it's time to start asking questions. Make sure you're in a quiet room with minimal distractions. Turn off your phone and close your eyes if you want to. Focus on your breathing and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Once you feel centered, hold the pendulum in your dominant hand and ask a simple yes or no question. For example, is my dog happy? Is my car going to start this morning? Am I on the right path? After asking your question, give the pendulum a gentle nudge to get it moving. Then let it swing freely. The direction the pendulum swings will determine the answer to your question. Left means no, or an answer is unknown. Right means yes. If the pendulum doesn't seem to move or swing, try asking a different question. Maybe you're not holding it properly. Maybe you're in too noisy of a place. Or maybe the spirits are trying to tell you that they do want to answer your question at this time. It could also mean that your question wasn't clear. Remember, you want to keep your questions simple and direct. Also, the pendulum may be giving you an answer, but you're not understanding it. Make sure you're paying attention to the energy in the room. You may hear something, smell something, or feel something, too. After receiving an answer to your question, say thank you before cleansing your pendulum again. Some people like to perform additional rituals after using their pendulum, but this isn't necessary. Pendulums are excellent tools for connecting with our intuition and receiving guidance from spirit. They can help us make decisions, find answers, and connect with our inner wisdom. However, pendulums aren't magic, and they won't give us the answers we want to hear. Instead, they'll provide insights based on our intuition and current circumstances. As such, it's important to remember that while pendulums can be helpful, they shouldn't replace our own judgment or common sense. It is up to us to weigh the pros and cons of any decision and choose what is best for us. Pendulums come in all shapes and sizes, but they all serve the same purpose. Some are made from crystals or metals, while others may feature religious symbols or images. No matter what form they take, each pendulum has the potential to help us access our intuition and connect with the divine. Before using a pendulum, it's important to cleanse it of any negative energy. This can be done by smudging, soaking in salt water, or simply holding it in your hands and visualizing any negative energy being removed. Once your pendulum has been cleansed, it's time to ask your question. Focus on your question and hold your pendulum over it. Let the pendulum swing freely and interpret its movement. A pendulum's movement can provide insights into our intuition and help us connect with the divine. However, it's important to remember that a pendulum's movement is not always clear-cut. Sometimes the movement may be subtle or difficult to interpret. In these cases, it's important to trust your intuition and discernment. The history of pendulums dates back thousands of years. They were used by ancient civilizations for divination, healing, and religious ceremonies. Today, pendulums are still used for similar purposes. They're also popular among New Age spiritualists and those who believe in alternative forms of medicine. Pendulums can be used for a variety of purposes. They can be used for divination, healing, and religious ceremonies. Pendulums can also be used to connect with the divine. Many people believe that pendulums can help them connect with their intuition and higher selves. They can also be used to open and activate different chakras. Pendulums are versatile tools that can be used for a variety of purposes. When using a pendulum, It's important to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to explore different possibilities. They may provide insights that we wouldn't have thought of otherwise and can help us tap into the wisdom of the universe. Now let's go through some frequently asked questions about using pendulums for spiritual answers. What is a pendulum? A pendulum is a weight suspended from a fixed point that is free to move under the influence of gravity. Pendulums are used for a variety of purposes, including divination, healing, and religious ceremonies. How does a pendulum work? Pendulums are said to work by harnessing the power of the universe or the divine. Some people believe that pendulums can help them connect with their intuition and higher selves. Others believe that pendulums can act as a catalyst for spiritual growth and transformation. What is the history of the pendulum? The history of pendulums dates back thousands of years. They were used by ancient civilizations for divination, healing, and religious ceremonies. Today, pendulums are still used for similar purposes. They're also popular among New Age spiritualists and those who believe in alternative forms of medicine. How do I choose a pendulum? When choosing a pendulum, it's important to find one that resonates with you. There are many different types of pendulums available, so take your time and find one that feels right to you. What are some popular pendulum uses? Pendulums are used for a variety of purposes, including divination, healing, and religious ceremonies. They can also be used to connect with the divine. How do I care for my pendulum? It's important to care for your pendulum properly to ensure that it remains effective and powerful. Cleanse your pendulum regularly to remove any negative energy and store it in a safe place when not in use. I hope you enjoyed learning about how to use a pendulum for spiritual answers. If so, please leave a like and comment below to share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.